रेडी? एक वर्ड आता है आई बैग टू इन्फॉर्म यू, तो आपने बनाना है बस आई और बैग के लिए बी और नीचे यू लगा देना है, ये कंप्लीट पड़ जाएगा आई बैग टू इन्फॉर्म यू। आई वुड लाइक, तो आई पूरा बनाने की जरूरत नहीं है, ये वुड और लाइक। आई शुड लाइक, शुड का सर्कल लगा देते हैं, और क्लियरिटी के लिए आप चाहो तो यहां पे आई लगा सकते हो। आई वुड लाइक, आई शुड लाइक। आई वुड लाइक टू मेक ए मेंशन, आई वुड लाइक टू मेक ए, एम से काट दो, कंप्लीट पड़ जाता है आई वुड लाइक टू मेक ए मेंशन। आई वुड लाइक टू मेक ए स्पेशल मेंशन, I would like to make a special mention. I would like to make a very special mention, तो very के लिए क्या करते हैं, डबलिंग कर देते हैं। I would like to make a very special mention. डिस्ट्रीब्यूटेड या डिस्ट्रीब्यूट बनाते हैं पहले, लाइन को काटते हुए। वैसे पूरा बड़ा बनता है, आपको पता है कैसे बनता है, DSTR BU हाफ कर देंगे तो डिस्ट्रीब्यूट। लेकिन आप इसके लिए एक शॉर्ट फॉर्म यूज करते हो, तो लाइन को काटते क्या पढ़ेंगे इसको, डिस्ट्रीब्यूट। आपको डिस्ट्रीब्यूटेड करना है, बस इसको यहां पर कट कर दो, जो आपने डिस्ट्रीब्यूट बनाया है बड़े लूप के साथ में उसको कट कर दो, क्या हो जाएगा, डिस्ट्रीब्यूटेड। डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन, डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन, बी में सीधा सन लगा दिया। डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन ऑफ एसेट्स, डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन ऑफ एसेट्स, एस को ऑफ कर देंगे टी के लिए सर्कल लगा के, क्या हो जाएगा, डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन ऑफ एसेट्स। डिस्ट्रिक्ट एंड सेशंस जज, ये तो डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन का चल रहा था। डिस्ट्रिक्ट डी बनाते हो, STR और के हाफ कर देते हो। अब एक वर्ड आता है डिस्ट्रिक्ट एंड सेशंस जज, तो डिस्ट्रिक्ट बनाएंगे, के को हाफ करेंगे, सेशंस क्या बन गया है, डिस्ट्रिक्ट एंड सेशंस। अब आपको लिखना है डिस्ट्रिक्ट एंड सेशंस जज, तो इसी में आप जे को आगे बढ़ा देंगे, डिस्ट्रिक्ट एंड सेशंस जज। डिस्ट्रिक्ट बोर्ड, तो डिस्ट्रिक्ट में आपने ये बनाया, STR के साथ के हाफ कर दिया और BR लगा दो आगे ऊपर, क्या बन जाएगा, डिस्ट्रिक्ट बोर्ड। डिस्ट्रिक्ट कलेक्टर बना लेंगे आप, STR का लूप लगाया, के हाफ किया और KL की डबलिंग कर दी, किसके लिए, कलेक्टर के लिए। डिस्ट्रिक्ट कोर्ट, या आप लीगल वाले बच्चे पहले से बनाते हैं, KR को हाफ कर देते हैं, डिस्ट्रिक्ट कोर्ट। आपने लिखना है डिस्ट्रिक्ट फॉरेस्ट ऑफिसर, डिस्ट्रिक्ट फॉरेस्ट ऑफिसर, FR डाउनवर्ड R अपवर्ड कर दिया सर्कल लगाते हुए, डिस्ट्रिक्ट फॉरेस्ट ऑफिसर। डिस्ट्रिक्ट गजट, डिस्ट्रिक्ट गजट। आपने लिखना है डिस्ट्रिक्ट जज, ये तो बना ही लेंगे, डिस्ट्रिक्ट फिर जज। डिस्ट्रिक्ट मजिस्ट्रेट, सेम पैटर्न जाएगा, मजिस्ट्रेट के लिए M लगा देते हैं, के हाफ और M लगा दिया, क्या हो गया, डिस्ट्रिक्ट मजिस्ट्रेट। एक मुंसिफ भी होता है, मुंसिफ में एमएन लगा देते हैं, डिस्ट्रिक्ट मुंसिफ। चाहो तो ईश भी लगा सकते हो, अगर क्लियरिटी में बहुत दिक्कत आ रही है आपको कि मैं नहीं पढ़ पाऊंगा तो ईश भी लगा सकते हो, वैसे मुंसिफ में इतना ही पढ़ा जाता है एमएन। MUNSIF, MUNSIF। एक और चीज ध्यान रखना, जो भी डिस्ट्रिक्ट के साथ लगी हुई है ना पोस्टें, सबका पहला लेटर कैपिटल होता है, चाहे वो डिस्ट्रिक्ट मुंसिफ हो, डिस्ट्रिक्ट जज हो, डिस्ट्रिक्ट गजट हो, डिस्ट्रिक्ट कोर्ट हो, डिस्ट्रिक्ट कलेक्टर हो, डिस्ट्रिक्ट बोर्ड हो, डिस्ट्रिक्ट सेशंस जज हो, फर्स्ट लेटर इसका कैसा होता है, कैपिटल। तो इन चीजों का ना स्टार्टिंग में ध्यान ले लेते हैं, कोई अलग से बुक नहीं है कि आप स्मॉल कैपिटल को आइडेंटिफाई कर पाएंगे, डे बाय डे इस पे ऐड करते जाएंगे उसको। उसके बाद आया डिस्ट्रिक्ट रजिस्ट्रार, डिस्ट्रिक्ट रजिस्ट्रार, STR फिर R। डिस्ट्रिक्ट सुपरिंटेंडेंट ऑफ पुलिस, आपको पता है सुपरिंटेंडेंट के लिए SPR से काटते हैं, पुलिस के लिए P लगाते हैं, या पुलिस आप पूरा बना सकते हो। ये क्या हुआ, सुपरिंटेंडेंट ऑफ पुलिस। अब आपको लिखना है डिस्ट्रिक्ट सुपरिंटेंडेंट ऑफ पुलिस, तो बस यहां करो डिस्ट्रिक्ट सुपरिंटेंडेंट ऑफ पुलिस। या फिर अगर आप इंटरसेक्शन यूज नहीं करते हो तो फिर सुपरिंटेंडेंट के लिए आपने करना है डिस्ट्रिक्ट सुपरिंटेंडेंट ऑफ पुलिस, और इंटरसेक्शन ऑलरेडी यूज करते हो तो फिर ये सबसे बेस्ट है। लिखो कुछ वर्ड्स लिखो। आई बैग टू इन्फॉर्म यू, I would like, I should like, I would like to make a mention, I should like to make a mention, I would like to make a special mention, I should like to make a special mention, I would like to make a very special mention, I should like to make a very special mention। देखो क्या अंतर किया है, ये I would like है और ये I should like है, आप आगे I ना भी लगाएं तो भी ये वही पढ़ा जाता है। ये I would like to make a mention, I should like to make a mention, I would like to make a special mention, I should like to make a special mention, I would like to make a very special mention, very के लिए डबलिंग कर दी, I should like to make a very special mention। आगे लिखो distributed, distribute, distribution, distribution of assets, district, district and sessions judge, district board, district collector, district court, district forest officer, district gazette, district judge, district magistrate, district munsif, district registrar, district superintendent of police। जो आपको आज की क्लास मिलेगी इसके अंदर SSC C&D ग्रेड टेस्ट 18 @ अब इसमें जो डाला गया है ये आपको टेस्ट को ऑलरेडी अपलोड कर दिया गया आज, ताकि आप अगर बीच में 100 की अच्छी लिखते हो तो डायरेक्टली जाकर टाइप कर सकते हो। 3p program .steno18.in, इस पर लॉगिन कर लेंगे, फोन से या उस पर जैसे भी करना आपको इसमें डेमो पे अगर आपका रजिस्ट्रेशन नहीं है, नहीं तो सीधा आप रजिस्ट्रेशन कर सकते हो। क्लिक करने के बाद में आपको ये टेस्ट मिलेगा सेम, लेकिन वहां पे लिखा होगा यूट्यूब, ग्रेड टेस्ट के आगे यूट्यूब, और इसमें ऑप्शंस होंगे @100 विद कोमा, @80, नो कोमा और @80 विद कोमा। तो ये जो डिक्टेशन 80 वाली आपको 2 स्पीड में मिल जाएगी और जो 100 वाली है वो आपको विद कोमा एक ही उस पे मिलेगी फॉर्मेट पे। ये 2 फॉर्मेट मिल जाएगी, नो कोमा विद कोमा। आपको सजेशन विद कोमा के साथ टाइप करने का रहेगा। लिखो start it. Midterm elections were held in Kerala, as the House knows, on the 4th March 2005, because we did not want that the president rule should continue further and that a democratic setup with a state legislature should be there in Kerala, so that the people of Kerala themselves can again have their own legislature. As the House knows, according to the results announced, no party secured an absolute majority by itself, and no party was in a position to form a government. Out of 133, the party which had the majority votes was the Left Communists, numbering 40. The next party having the greatest number was Congress with 36. The third was Kerala Congress with 23. Now, out of a total number of 133, the Left Communists had only 40 seats, out of whom 29 were at the time under detention. We therefore explored all avenues likely to lead to the formation of a stable government. The governor had been in touch with the various party leaders. From March 8 to March 16, he held detailed consultations with the leaders of the Communist Party, the Indian National Congress, the Kerala Congress, the SSP, and the Muslim League. The governor did not seek the views of the Right Communist Party of India, as they had secured only 3 seats out of a total of 133. The position that emerged from these consultations briefly was that although it was possible for him to negotiate with the various groups and individual legislatures and evolve the basis on which a non-Congress government could be formed, the leaders of Kerala Congress and Muslim League made it clear to the governor that they would not join or support any ministry that might be formed or sponsored by the communists. The two major parties, Kerala Congress and Muslim League, said they would neither support nor join the communist government. Therefore, they could not work with the support of these two. So far as the Congress was concerned, its attitude was that it would act as a constitutional opposition to whatever government might be formed, supporting it only to the extent that its policies were in line with those of the Congress but not otherwise. Therefore, the ministry could not expect support from the Congress party. Thus, what happened was that except for the SSP, which was not opposed to a ministry formed or sponsored by the communists, the other parties were clear that they would neither lend their support to nor seek the support of the party in forming a government. In these circumstances, the governor found no possibility of the Communist Party commanding a working majority, even if those of their members who were under detention were allowed to function. Then also, except the SSP, there was nobody else to support them. The governor did not therefore call upon the leader of that party to form a government. The governor also explored other possibilities. The decision of the Congress party was not to join with any other party. Otherwise, Kerala Congress and Congress combined might have had 59 plus some others if they could. In view of the decision of the Congress party not to join with any other party to form a government and the combined strength of the Kerala Congress, Muslim League, etc. being only 37, the governor came to the conclusion that there was no possibility also of any other party being able to form a combination with other parties and being able to form a ministry. The attitude of the Congress was that once having gone to the electorate and the electorate having given a decision that they were not to elect them in a majority, they did not want to form a ministry with any other party but would rather like to act as a constitutional opposition. That was the stand taken. Therefore, there was no likelihood of any combination by any method whatsoever to have any party which could have a working majority. Accordingly, in his report dated March 8, 2005, the governor stated that it was not possible for a representative government to come into existence as a result of the elections to the State Assembly and recommended to the President to issue a proclamation under Article 356 of the Constitution. After a careful consideration of all the facts, it was decided that the Vice President discharging the functions of the President should be advised to revoke the proclamation dated September 10, 2004 and issue a fresh proclamation assuming to the President all functions of the government of Kerala and all powers vested in or exercisable by the governor of the state. Accordingly, the proclamation was issued on the 24th March 2005 and a copy of this proclamation was laid on the table of the House. Madam, the unemployment question is a very vital question in the country, and though the government has been telling us what steps and measures are being taken, yet unemployment is increasing year after year. In the rural areas, unemployment and underemployment both are there. In the urban areas, those who get only some education do not get any employment. But in the rural areas, this is a chronic disease. I am stressing on the agricultural labor. While giving his views on some of the points in the general discussion on the budget, our esteemed friend Sri Kundubhai Desai stressed upon agricultural labor. It is a very chronic problem. Agricultural labor forms a very vital part of our rural population. They have no land, and those who have land employ the labor to their advantage. Agricultural labor is such that For employment, it always depends upon other people. When the laborers get some employment on big farms, they get some job for their livelihood. But for all the year, they are not getting employment, though the government is proclaiming so many land reforms, land sealing, and so many things as being introduced. But everywhere you find a large number of village population. 1040 के आसपास वर्ड है और ये 100 की स्पीड है, फ्लक्चुएशन 105 तक का है। ये आपको SSC CND ग्रेड यूट्यूब के नाम से आपको उसमें मिलेगा, 18 नंबर के नाम से 100 विद कोमा, और ये ऑलरेडी अवेलेबल है, या तो डेमो में या फिर आप लॉगिन करके करेंगे। नेक्स्ट आप 80 पे लिखेंगे। Start it. Mr. Vice Chairman, sir, I would like to speak on this bill in the interest of the rapid economic growth in the country. If the nation grows from strength to strength economically, leading to eradication of the degrading and disheartening poverty of the people of India, the workers of this nation would also benefit, and they would also go above the poverty line. Sir, I would like to mention here that the plantation crops, as understood by the term so far, namely coffee, rubber, tea, and cardamom, have been giving this nation substantial amount of the much coveted foreign exchange annually. It must be noted that coffee exports alone have given our country during the last 5 years over rupees 1,000 crores in foreign exchange by way of export earnings and export duties. I must also bring to the attention of this House that the famed tea industry in India today has become a sick industry, affecting lakhs of workers and the tea planters. Sir, we ought to know that in the agricultural sector, the plantation labor is the best organized one and is getting nearly the same treatment, facilities, and amenities like the industrial labor. Sir, coming from a plantation district of Karnataka, I sincerely agree that the welfare measures provided in the Act must be faithfully implemented and strictly enforced. But I cannot subscribe to the view taken by some that the planters generally are exploiters and are inimical to the interests of their own workers, and that they must be dealt with severely. Sir, most of the planters of today are educated and they know that contented labor is conducive to productivity and peace in the estates, and therefore would like to provide all the welfare measures and amenities to the workers. Sir, I would like to point out some of the very draconian, discriminatory and invidious urban directed amendments made in the Plantations Labour Amendment Bill 2013. Sir, the Plantations Labour Act is sought to be applied now even to holdings of 5 hectares and above employing 15 persons and more. Originally in the bill brought before the Joint Committee, it was sought to be applied to holdings of 6.5 hectares and above. It would be realistic to make an amendment to the present bill to raise the size of holdings from 5 hectares to 6.5 hectares. Sir, we must bear in mind the economic viability of small plantations of 5 hectares and the financial capacity of the small planters to fulfill the obligations cast on them to provide housing and creche facilities. Those small planters in some cases are unable to provide themselves with houses and medical care as good as those intended for their workers in the bill. I am sure that good many small holdings will go into liquidation, unable to bear the burden when the prices fall, as in the case of tea today. I would empathetically say that clause 13 is not only draconian but discriminatory, and it is most harsh and killing to the farming community of India, whose hands feed and clothe the people, poor and rich. Sir, I strongly feel that the punishment with both compulsory fine and imprisonment is too severe for violation of a welfare legislation covered by the Act. For economic reasons and financial incapacity, the debt-ridden employer, particularly a smallholder, may be unable to discharge the obligations such as providing type design houses, creches, medical facilities, etc. In such cases, there is no point in sending the landholder to jail and collecting a fine from him for every day of default. The relevant provisions in the bill are made more stringent than the Factories Act, under which, in the case of a further offence, the court is given the discretion to punish the defaulting employer. But in the proposed amendment, the word used to is shall instead of may, which makes it mandatory on the court to impose imprisonment as well as fine. These provisions are too harsh and discriminatory, particularly in view of the fact that the bill seeks to bring in farms of 5 hectares, which are in the nature of peasant holdings under the scope of the Act. Sir, I would like to ask the government of the people, for the people and by the people, in the name of the farmers of India, why it wants to treat a farmer as a criminal and to be imprisoned for such an offence, while it does not do so far a factory owner of a city. By making this comparison, I do not mean that a provision should be made in the relevant Factories Act to make the sentence of imprisonment compulsory for similar offences. Let me make it clear that I am not speaking against the interests of the workers in the plantations. I am only speaking against the stringent and invidious measures which have been provided in the bill affecting the rural employers and the invidious laws enacted for them. ये 840 के आसपास वर्ड है, 80 की स्पीड है, फ्लैक्चुएशन 88 तक का है, और ये आपको SSC C ग्रेड आपको जो उसमें मिलेगा टाइप करने के लिए इस वाले वेब पेज पे जाएंगे। 80 विद कोमा और नो कोमा, चॉइस है आपकी, आप किस पर टाइप करो। मेरा सजेशन नो कोमा, वो विद कोमा के लिए है। बाकी अगर कोई भी अच्छा लिखा तो दूर बैठो डिक्टेशन रूम में, सीन कंटेंट लगा